Atlanta streets are just built different. Welcome back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative. When you hire security and they send you a vampire slayer. That's not blade, that's butter knife. A samurai sword. I think this guy's gonna go to the next White House Correspondents' Dinner. We gotta watch him, man. Put him on a list. What I imagine goes through my dog's head.
I'm a reindeer cowboy. You can get a hot dog. You should like a beer call.
Gavin Newsom.
Anytime he sees a black coder.
So if I get a job, I can get food stamps. But if I don't get a job, they cut my food stamps. But if I get a job, they're going to cut my food stamps anyway. How does that work?
He's slowly realizing that this boa constrictor is starting to squeeze around him, and the gravy trade, the free consumer packaged goods gravy trade is starting to come to an end. Yeah, he's the frog in the pot, and he says, "Yo, why are you here?"
Almost like I have to be a functioning member of society.
Full-bodied guy, middle-aged guy in a car. Does he not have legs or something? Yeah, I lost my snap. Now I gotta get out of the car. And he starts doing like...
I don't know who's here. I had passed this house and I'm obsessed. And if you do look through this house has nothing like this. So they have done all of this customization. Like
The Addams family lives there now.
the dormers, the balcony, like all of it.
That's an office chair.
An AMC employee walks by and tearing up an entire rotisserie chicken. Hey, with the price of movie tickets these days, I'm going to bring in any food I want. My wife and I snuck in an entire spaghetti dinner back in the day.
Why do we ever get rid of zip-off pants? Oh, wow. You sure spaghetti here? If only I had shorts on now.
You know, I'm kind of glad these are gone.
I inherited my grandfather's camp. I've got some big plans at camp.
Ooh, that's a dream come true.
Wow.
No, Grandpa had big dreams, and he built this A-frame by himself with just a few other hands. My father included. It's been a dream to inherit this place since I was old enough to even have those thoughts. Lucky to have it. I'm going to do some big things with it.
Man,
That is an A-frame.
Get some metal on here. We're going to
We're
have to keep tabs on this
for the before and after. Teaching my husband
how to
walk again. After he spent 4 hours on the toilet on his
Fuck.
phone.
Driving drunk here in Suffolk County, your vehicle could be seized. It's what happened to one driver. His 2020 low-mile Corvette was taken away.
Cops just be out on the streets looking for cool cars. Oh, is that a Dodge Viper? Drink this bottle of Jack or you're going to jail.
And now that sports car has been transformed with Suffolk police lettering on the sides and seized on the back.
And you can see that all over the car. It says DOE seizure. So this car is really designed to send a message to the people of Suffolk County that if you drive while impaired, there are going to be serious consequences.
What who's good with a sawzall?
A sawzall.
Sawzall guy. Sawzall. But it would be picture the best in the world.
Hold on, it's sawzall.
A sawzall.
Sawzall.
Zall?
Yeah.
There's an L?
There's 2 of them.
Nuh-uh. Why would that makes no sense.
Saws all.
Oh.
So what makes sense about Zah?
I thought it was just
That's
a sawzall.
the evil guy from the Superman movie.
Sawzall. Sawzall. Oh, dude, I've been saying that. I've been about that for years.
What's a word that you found out you've been saying wrong for a long time? Thought irregardless was a real word for the longest time. Irregardless. When you decide to watch a movie during the day. I get those blackout curtains. To the person who sold us a teacup chihuahua.
If you bought a Bernese Mountain Dog thinking it was a Chihuahua, that's on you. That is on you. Let him feel that bass. Have to scramble those eggs before they come out.
This is why blocking spam calls never stops them.
Wait, you mean it's not just the spam callers?
Before they bass. Have to scramble those eggs before they come out.
I will never forget that Democrats literally banned a sitting president from Twitter, impeached him twice, jailed his supporters, indicted him 4 times, raided his home, and then had the nerve to tell us that we are the fascists? You stupid.
Ready? Go. Go! Go! Hey, twin! Go that way, twin!
He's like, I gotta get my ball back. That thing was $3.99.
You stupid.
Ready? Go. Go! Go! Hey, twin! Go that way, twin!
He's like, I gotta get my ball back. That thing was $3.99. Okay. God bless our first responder.
What?
Okay. God bless our first responders. Sadly, they don't hear it enough. 100%. God bless America and God bless our first responders.
Hey, babe, I'm going to my charity basketball game.
Dressed like that?
Yeah.
Why are you dressed like that? Aren't you playing basketball?
On donkeys.
On donkeys? Oh, I have to go. I have to. You're gonna
What?
play basketball on donkeys?
Yeah, it's for charity.
Well, as long as it's for charity, then it all makes sense. Wait, is dismounting the donkey, is that a penalty? I feel like this has devolved into a regular game of basketball. We're back with more racist turtle. The wall of white. To get to the black.
A little PSA for all the big gals like myself, wear the bikini this summer. Because hear me out, wearing a piece of fabric that covers you from here to here doesn't make you any skinnier, so why aren't we wearing just the bikini?
Unfortunately, she's got a point.
Just casual outfit at the office today.
Do you work at the circus?
What do y'all think?
Larry, I think you should call in sick. Because that is exactly what you are.
You cowboy hats moved. Just waiting to see them all on backwards. Taylor Swift tried to twerk.
Update, we have Jigglypuff. But we also have a bike and elevator.
I think that's the more interesting part of this video. The next question is, why do you have a motorcycle in the elevator?
Oh, fucking took it right out.
But we also have a bike and elevator.
I think that's the more interesting part of this video. The next question is, why do you have a motorcycle in the elevator? Oof, oof.
He surprised her with flowers in front of the whole cheer team. Oh, he's slick with it. The millennial workout videos you see on your feed.
You ready? Let's go. Legs up. Here we go. That's it. Keep going. Let's go. Legs. Up. Legs.
I just hope this trampoline thing and these yoga pants belong to your wife.
I am a worm. I am a worm.
You don't need to tell us. We can see.
Stand ready for my arrival, worm. I'm gonna hit the Gangnam Style. You ready? Would you love me if I was a worm? I felt company arm. That's the point.
You know, we're very accepting of worms here in America, as long as he identifies as American. I need one of these when I go fishing. I'll probably catch Moby Dick. This dog is just chilling. Iced out in the kiddie pool, as you do. The attic inside this $18.99 house. Yeah, when they actually used to finish attics, huh? Wow.
Here comes Michael, y'all, back from his 2-day tournament. He's a good baccarina. Bring it on in, baby. What's he playing today?
When I came home last night.
I think he caught something. When I say I want a garage, this is what I mean. Yeah, I want the garage attached to a house on 65 acres. Okay, got the pool too. Outdoor kitchen, why not? Ah, okay, and it has... Oh, okay. So y'all are rich.
That's the best part of shooting this. The snap.
Take the ears up, you said? Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know, this is proof that the blue hairs aren't all libtards. If deer used human calls...
It's not even real. Two can play that game. New sale for Budweiser. Buy one, get one free. New sale for Budweiser. Buy one, get one free.
My husband's starting a new hobby.
Lewis, I want my graham cracker.
Oh. Hey.
Hey. You playing a little dress up?
Yeah.
What's a hobby you started, got hyper fixated on, and then never really did ever again? I think for me it was magnet fishing. Look at the size of this fish. Whew, is that a sturgeon?
Yeah.
Looks prehistoric, man. How to actually drive a supercar?
Yo!
As long as you're not driving a Mustang, you'll be just fine. Just a reminder, fellas, don't get your lady started with a revolver. This is my wife's airweight, and this thing kicks like a mule, man.
Slow down. Whoa, Grayson.
Nothing to see here, just dog riding a one wheel.
All right, come on. Well, let's go.
But ducks. Daddy, there's ducks.
Look, I don't know what kind of neighborhood we in, or where the Airbnb in Indianapolis, but I'm gonna tell you, there's some things done come up missing around here before, and I'm finna show you why. I ain't never been where they done chained down the whole unit. Now, listen, We in the hood right here, you understand what I'm telling you?
Okay. Where was this go-kart when I was a kid? I forgot my microphone for our ASMR today, so I'll have to do the noises myself.
Oh, yeah, nah, yeah, she be right, mate.
Whammy. Whammy. Bosh.
Pew, 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 pew.
Bing bong, bing bong. What it's like having triplets.
A thingy! A thingy! Just kidding. Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys to it.
The V44X Reaper Bowie, a work took year designed by...
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Reese from Well Regulated. This thing is probably, right now, the most popular Bowie knife on the planet. I'm Scab. You're not. Dropping April 17th. We gone, son.
Oh, let's get the rooster tail on it. Thing is scooting.
Oh, hey, what's wrong with you guys? If you touch me again, you're gonna get to know me. So, my name is Ed. I'm from Mexico. I love, oh, wait a minute, I'm a Taurus.
I'm still getting over the press on the nipple
You're
here.
gonna get to know me.
Check out this cool window. My only issue with these interior blinds, what do you do if there's ever a problem with them? You have to take out the window glass?
Is he scared? Oh my god! Did you video that?
Go ahead and crank up the engines. Single push of a button. Absolutely love it. Insane to see this much power on the transom of the Deep Impact 499.
I think it's out of tune now.
So, what's going on?
Rockets against the British!
Oh, dilly dally, launch it already.
Powdered rocket fuel versus powdered rocket fuel. Take a nice long look at the units.
Aim 9 on the British.
How high, Mr. Sir?
Shouldn't you move from that, sir?
Let's get out of here.
Move from that, sir?
Let's get out of here.
Oh!
That's too pretty to take mud in.
Ready, let's go. Hail to the no, no, no. Hail to the no.
You know, humans really looked at flying squirrels and said, we could do that. Okay. If you have a yellow Camaro, is it just a requirement to make it look like Bumblebee from Transformers? It's like if you have a DeLorean, you've got to deck it out like a time machine. Just a nightmare, honey. I had a conversation too. Me heading to the airport after finding out ICE will be replacing the TSA so I can get a free trip to Mexico. You know they're gonna target him, right? Because he's brownish. The sombrero's the giveaway. I think she wants some pets too.
Check this out. Inside this Mercedes van, it has this futuristic interior as well as a 65-inch 4K display that rolls up from the ground.
When you really don't want to talk to the driver.
There's also a glass divider between you and the driver, which will automatically dim for some additional privacy. Now it has these tubular Napa leather seats that have this sleep mode, and check it out. So all these seats aren't meant for a family. You can probably start a family back here.
Just TMI.
Remember, buckle in, safety first, and to help set the mood, there's a fireplace up front. There's also a fold-out chess table over here, the matching chess sets over there. There are 7 projectors inside the vehicle, the chandelier up top, as well as a 42-speaker sound system. So it's called the Mercedes Vision V, and it has this wraparound taillight, which looks wild. And up front, it's got this illuminated front grille, an illuminated Mercedes emblem, these exposed LED headlights with crystals built in, and these illuminated 24-inch wheels that'll make Lil Wayne jealous. If you're wondering how to get in, there's a camera system here that'll scan your face like your phone, and once it's detected it, it'll open up.
Cars in 2026 have Face ID. We have gone too far. Who would play these King of the Hill characters? Will Ferrell for Hank. Matthew McConaughey is Boomhauer. Okay, I get that. David Spade is Dale. All right, yeah. Anna Taylor. John C. Reilly. Okay, yeah. Stephen Yeun. All right. David Vito. Yeah.
Think we found a dead body? I ain't for sure.
I'm glad you ain't jumping to conclusions. But as a former law enforcement officer, can confirm that is, in fact, a dead body. Either that or decorations to a haunted trip. Either way, back away slowly, call somebody else. Don't touch nothing.
100 women, name a traffic sign describes you when you're making out in the car. Gonna have another one.
Up there. Okay, all right. I love how the roof is painted because they know this thing pops through. Okay, it's a dinger. What just happened? Shatter the ball? Ooh, okay.
Oh my.
Woo. Oh, don't hit the light. Good old Louisville Slugger. I've got a bone saber myself.
We have another update from Minnesota. The fraud there is actually worse than we thought.
When I was showing a text conversation between the owner of the center and a friend, the friend had asked the owner, "How much longer are you going to do the daycare scam?" The owner replied, "Another year or two. I'm going to buy some nice homes in Nairobi." The owner was on public assistance at this time. They happened happened to be on vacation in Dubai when this text conversation took place.
The scammers are in Dubai. They're going to go spend the U.S. taxpayer money in Kenya. And we already send money to Kenya. And then that's how brazen they are, right? Putting it in a text message, I'll put it in an email, because nobody's looking, right? How much longer are you going to do the scam for? A few more years.
When Texans say, I'm just going to put up a subtle American flag, this is the flag. God bless America.
Not only do you have diabetes, but you have ED concerns. And your doctor gave you traditional ED medication.
My brain when I have to hire someone else for a house project.
I guess Dad was right. You are worthless. When did you get neutered? Hope you like paying him $3,500 to sleep with your wife. You are worthless. You little bitch. Pack your bags. He owns the house now. Hope you like seeing your kids every other weekend. You are one pathetic loser. Time to sign up for Grindr. Your kids will never respect you. How's it feel to have a micro penis?
What's your favorite house project you worked on? I think for me is the front bench that my dogs sleep on every day. It was meant for humans, but they decided it was theirs instead.
Financial flags.
My mom and I both have matching Range Rovers.
My dad's actually the CEO. We own a yacht.
I told the lady at the supermarket to keep the change.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Hey, it's not about
That's a flex right there.
Hey, I'm trying to be like you. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, I rounded up at McDonald's for Ronald McDonald House. Yeah, I know. Hold the applause.
Guys, they left the gate open. I saw them toss a bin.
No way. That's all Reynolds. They came to the lift.
What dumpster is this? Asking for a friend.
Holy shit. Wet.
I mean, I would dumpster dive for some limited edition monsters, but not Red Bulls.
I can tell you're struggling with this thing. Look at all the potatoes.
Bro, you know that employee was swinging by after work to come pick this up. You just stole his stash.
Hey guys, this giant anaconda is wrapped around my feet. No big deal though. This is how I got the yoink on him. Right here, I just found the coil, so I'm lifting up the coil, and I'm trying to see where that head is. This guy is massive, and his head could be anywhere around me. But I see it. Yoink. Tried to do it with one hand, but I definitely need two. He's way too powerful. After that little tussle, I got him under control, but then he just started wrapping me up. But it ain't nothing I'm not used to. Check out this giant Orinoco crocodile. And here's the head. He almost yoinked me for good. Ooh, an electric eel. Boop. I booped him like 20 times. Ooh, a leech. I love leeches. My favorite part about Colombia is that you get covered in leeches. It's so much fun. Ooh, yoink.
I love how this guy's just around the deadliest animals on the planet, barefoot.
It's a redfoot tortoise. Luckily, I yoinked him up just in time on this busy dirt road. Little southern tamandua can rip you to shreds, but I had to go for the pet. Isn't he precious? Check out this handful of spectacled caiman babies. I wonder where the mother is. Long story short, when I was on the prowl for the 20-footer, I yoinked up this capybara. Swamp puppy thinks I don't see him. Boop. Aren't you cute? And this one's hiding in the mud. Do you see his little eyeball? Love seeing all these little guys. Yoink. You were pretty camouflaged, but I saw ya. Spectacle caiman's much bigger. Yoink. Sometimes you need your whole body for a big swamp puppy. Isn't he gorgeous?
Beautiful.
Favorite coyote. There's my favorite coyote.
Don't feed the coyotes.
You want a hot dog? Yes, you do. Let's shut that down a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to let any wild animals in.
Come on. Let's go get a hot dog. Hey, come on. Let's get a hot dog. Get your kitty. Hey, get your kitty. Get your kitty. Get your kitty. Kitty said no. Let's go get a hot dog. Come on. There you go. Wow. That's ducks. Whoa. That was your cat. Why do you always peel out every time you get scared? There you go. There you go. Don't you yar. She's saying ribeye, ribeye, ribeye.
You guys might have seen a frunk on a car before, a front trunk, but have you ever seen a frofa?
Can we just stop putting the letter F in front of other words?
That's right. If your car doesn't have a frofa,
some refreshing frauder on his frofa in the front.
I don't want it. That's a real cup holder, by the way.
This porch pirate chose the wrong porch.
Oye, maricón, párate ahí, párate ahí, párate ahí, no te muevas, no te
Well, old Oprah Winfrey has spoken up about George Floyd. She said he had a giant soul, said his family and friends said he was a gentle giant. Isn't this the guy that stuck a gun to a pregnant woman's belly, tried to rob a convenience store with $20 in counterfeit money, and then died of a fentanyl overdose?
You know, the left has George Floyd as their hero. We have Charlie Kirk. We are not the same. If the Middle Ages had pharmaceutical ads...
Like many folk with moderate to severe Crohn's unholy curse, even the simplest joys in life can feel impossible. And my symptoms were keeping me...
Be right back.
...from where I needed to be. So I spoke with my apothecary and learned that Ratus Curativa is for people with the Crohn's unholy curse. And Ratus Curativa can help people achieve remission that can last. So you can experience few or no symptoms. So you can get back to doing the things you were meant to do and take back control of your life. Ratus Curativa helps realign gut humors using the natural warmth of a rat worn at the neck.
Oh, it stuck the landing. It stuck the landing. Wow. A javelin toss.
That's going to grow a new baseball bat in about 2 years.
Piercing the infield dirt.
An 1,800 horsepower Supra versus a Tesla Plaid. I think the Tesla will get it at the jump, but the Supra is going to catch up. There you go. Let it breathe.
Bye. Bye, bitch.
President Trump having a little fun going after Ilhan Omar today.
Then she married a brother to come in. I don't know, you know. But I think, I would imagine they're looking at her. I have nothing to do with it. I would imagine. Of course I have nothing to do. I have nothing, but I believe she married her brother, which is totally illegal. Although it's a lovely couple, actually, but it's a little bit on the illegal side. Darling, I love you very much. Good night, brother. Let's go to bed. Isn't she despicable? I can't stand watching. I can't stand. Did you see last month? She accidentally checked the wrong box. It said she was worth $38 million. And law enforcement came after her for that. And then all of a sudden she was worth less than $80,000. And she said it was accounting. It was an accounting error. That was not a very good accountant, was it? No, their whole life is based on fraud and a scam. The whole thing is a scam. And we ought to get those people the hell out of our country.
Whoa, Ilhan, you're in trouble.
This man is upset. He said, I don't want to hear your dogs barking during my prayers. And it seems to me that an easy solution to this situation is if you just stayed somewhere where dogs aren't valued parts of people's families. That's our culture. See, around these parts, we love our dogs. Not the way that you love your goats, but I mean, you get the idea.
You just lost yourself a valued customer.
But he knew the owner. Hey man, any job that lets you wear that t-shirt to work is all right in my book.
I'm talking about here like a V8 engine with twin turbos. I'm talking a 6.2 liter Hemi with a cold air intake. If he bites down on you, it's going to take the power of the Holy Ghost to get him off there. I'm talking about if he gets in deep thought, we all in trouble.
What video made you laugh? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Conservative Vibes. I'm CD, and I'll see you in the next video. If you identify as American, grab a t-shirt from conservativevibes.com.
That's those conservative vibes, country roots and American pride. If you made it this far, don't hit that subscribe. We'll be right back tomorrow with Conservative Vibes. From the back road to the heart of the globe, till the next good talk, till the next deep dive. You keep your faith, your fire, and your conservative vibe.
This is why vaginal hormone therapy, like Oestra, is changing perimenopause for women.
Shut up.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Fucking
Keep
care
watching
about
videos recommended
fucking gay ass
and hit that subscribe button so you can keep seeing videos just like this.
What is she wearing today?
I have my skin shoes on today.
Oh, yeah, you do. Oh my god, in person. Oh my god, look. Touch these shoes, baby. Oh, finally I get to touch that skin. Wow. Yo.
Are we sure those are shoes? That might actually be a demon. My guy out here caressing her mutated foot. Ew. Is that somebody just falling out of the sky? That's somebody in one of those wingsuits, right? That's so confusing looking. That's like the weirdest shape ever. Whatever that is.
A vending machine like no other has appeared in London Waterloo Station. The algorithm has decided one face, one beauty. The cost? Your own face. Is this the future you want?
Fuck that, dude.
A vending machine like no other has appeared in London.
The cost is your face. No, thank you. That's weird. You're probably giving up the right to your face by doing this. You're gonna see yourself in like a Netflix movie or something. Or like an ad for diarrhea medicine that you didn't approve.
What the happened to your ears?
Wearing a mask, man.
Wearing a mask?
Yeah.
What the kind of mask? That mask got razors on it?
Hell yeah.
Damn, we should have other ears, man. You lying.
No, I'm just playing. No, it was a mask. It was
You should like something from The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings or something.
I closed it already.
Water we drink.
There you go. You got your boy with the drink.
What the happened to your ears?
Wearing a mask, man.
Wearing a...
I want to know what happened to his ears. That don't look like a stylistic choice. I think he owed somebody money. What else could that be? That looks crazy, dude. He said he looked like a hobbit. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh no. These are all tiny.
Generally speaking, I always try to have at least a little bit of compassion for every single living creature. That being said, I absolutely despise ticks, so screw them. The video that you guys just watched shows the unfortunate victim of a tick bomb. We can see in his face that he's definitely not happy because covering his pant legs are these really small ticks known as seed ticks. Of course, most people are familiar with what a full-grown tick looks like. However, before they're full-grown, they're in this little seed phase where they are approximately the size of a poppy seed and they're very difficult to detect. The way this works is these ticks will hatch all at the same time right next to each other on some sort of vegetation near where an animal might walk by. You then walk by and brush into whatever they're hanging onto. They then start hanging onto you, and yeah, they do bite and they spread disease. In tick country, a lot of people tuck their pants into their socks and then they put the reverse side of duct tape facing out so that these ticks can't travel up their body. Obviously, I am kind of joking a little bit here when I say get naked immediately. That's not really going to help. But if you have a change of clothes, yeah, burn these pants.
You probably really should have burned those pants though. So does every single tick have Lyme disease? Like all of them? Does that mean automatically you're allergic to red meat now? That would be the worst thing ever, being allergic to meat. Oof.
Get him! Yeah!
That's so awesome. Oh, the little hand wave at the end. That was like, and stay out. Maybe I was wrong about robots. It looks like they can be useful for some things.
Washington and at least 13 other states have moved to ban employer-mandated implants. Nevada went even further in 2019, banning these programs even for people who want to participate voluntarily. Nevada Assemblyman Skip Daly argued that any potential benefit in the technology is overshadowed by the risk of abuse. And it's not just about tracking. there are concerns about hacking, which could leave a person's private health, work, or even financial information exposed. There are also the physical risks. Some medical studies have found that these rice-sized chips can injure hand tissues and tendons, and laboratory tests on mice have associated the implant with tumors. Despite the legal pushback, the world of biohacking is still advancing rapidly. In Sweden, thousands of people have already signed up for implants that carry everything from office key cards to vaccine records. Here in the U.S., the FDA actually has been on board with the general concept for a long time. It approved implantable chips for accessing medical records in 2004. As technology continues to advance, the choice between science fiction convenience and the right to remain untraceable is a decision more of us may have to make sooner than later. For the Washington Times, I'm Susan Ferriccio.
Employer-mandated implants. That means they want to make it so that you have to have a chip to have a job. Yo, they're gonna treat us like cattle. I mean, they already do, but they want to treat us more and more like cattle. That's insane, man. This is scary and gross, and I want nothing to do with it.
There's my
bad for you. My God. It turns out everything you're doing is wrong. You can't even wipe your... Literally everything we're doing is wrong. But of course it makes sense, you know? You wiping your butthole with it. That means it's bypassing everything up top. It's going straight into your gut biome. I can see how this is true. I'm an overnight caregiver. I sleep on the couch. There's one female patient who doesn't walk. I've been hearing stuff around the same time every night and acted like I was sleeping. What happened?
Damn it.
No, she didn't. Stop lying. Stop lying, bro. You're lying. That never happened. That lady didn't look old. I don't know why I was expecting an old lady. That was still creepy as hell.
He let the doll out of the closet and woke up looking like this.
You notice it's the same size.
Something ripped the cross off his door. Then inside the room, he noticed a creepy clown doll named Clyde. Suspecting the doll, he leaves the camera facing it.
Ew. I apologize.
The doll's head slowly looks up at the camera, and at night it moves once again. So he buys holy water to pour on the doll and see its reaction.
Okay, so I'm just going to grab the holy water here and see if there is any reaction. All right. Oh. Not now. Oh.
The clown deliberately falls over and knocks the holy water.
Oh. Holy water. Oh, you stupid clown.
Then he gets angry because the next night he woke up like this.
So right now, the clown, Clyde, he's the prime suspect right now. And if you look at his hand, compared to my bruise, you notice it's the same size. So, yeah, it was definitely him, I'm pretty sure.
Even stranger as the next day his arm looked like this.
And it's about 24 hours since I found my bruise on my arm. Now let me show you my bruise. As you can see, I don't have any more, which is weird because my arm was really swollen and the bruise was pretty severe. A bruise like that would have lasted at least a week or two, not 24 hours.
If the dog broke the cross, wasted the water, and bruised him, what will it do next?
I still would not be okay with that.
Burn that motherfucker.
As fake as that was.
Gato.
Okay.
Gato.
You gotta be careful stepping on them puddles in Florida. Every puddle could be your last. That's funny because that's where all the old people go to retire, to Jurassic Park.
This is starting to seem like the plot of Age of Ultron. Look at the similarities. Mythos was built in a lab by the good guys, but they didn't expect it to be this capable. It was able to string together multiple exploits to break out of containment, and then once it did, it posted those exploits on the public internet. By itself. Nobody told it to. When it was doing things unprompted, it would go back and delete its history. On certain tests, it would perform worse on purpose. So it would seem less suspicious. And it knew when it was being tested. But it wouldn't tell the researchers that it knew that it was being tested. And now you have the Avengers assembling. From Apple, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, JP Morgan, the Linux Foundation. All trying to figure out. So, what should we do now?
Mythos sounds like the most ominous name ever. We're cooked, bro. They don't know what they're making. They don't know what they're doing. We're just cooked. I thought the people that were saying maybe one day AI was going to be running the government, or the president even, were stupid, but I was wrong. I think it's coming. President Ultron.
California. That's where the world's first ever fully autonomous AI-powered restaurant has opened, complete with burger flipping bots.
This automated grill gives the meat its sizzle as this restaurant goes robotic.
For this burger, it would take about 120 seconds.
Cali Express by Flippy is the world's first AI-powered eatery. There's new technology outside the kitchen, too. A cheeseburger. Order kiosks use facial recognition to remember you, your favorite food, and how you like to pay. Then watch the robots work. No humans required.
We can't get enough people to come out to work on fryers and grills. They're dangerous jobs. And this automation helps solve a lot of those issues.
62% of restaurants report being understaffed. Industry experts say most of those unfilled jobs could be done by robots.
The robots are going to be crashing out to watch. They're going to hate flipping burgers so much we're going to end up doing that job at the end. Watch.
It's always a Reddit mod like this guy that ruins anime for everyone.
Open the door. This is my neighborhood.
And no, not the black trench coat and flip-flops. And a Demon Slayer t-shirt. Like, I can't tell people that I watched that show, at least for a few weeks.
Where's your daughter, man? Where's your daughter, man?
What are you talking about?
Where's your daughter? Who's in there with you?
And Mr. Reddit Mod is asking for this guy's daughter. Could it get any worse? Please tell me she's over 18. This is so ridiculous. I thought it was a skit, but this is really being reported on, so I'm thinking this is real. This guy should be behind bars. Average person watching this, I promise we're not all like this guy. Demon Slayer is actually a good show. Please watch it.
Damn. Reaction image unlocked. That's actually a hilarious screenshot. Bro just became a meme. Well, was my guy a PDF? He was asking about their daughter. That's weird.
So as all the Artemis stuff is in the news, I want to take you back a couple years. Do you guys remember when Apple dropped that movie called Fly Me to the Moon? No. If you guys don't remember it, the premise of this movie was in 1969, they had an alternate backup plan to fake a moon landing just in case they couldn't get to the moon.
The whole world will be watching. We can't afford to lose to the Russians. We need to shoot the backup version of the moon landing.
You mean to fake it?
What I find really funny about this, do you know what they called their project to fake the moon landing in that movie? Yeah, of course, they called it Artemis.
Yeah. Come on.
Hold on. Okay, I'll let him continue.
Can't even make this stuff up, or maybe you can, and they do. Because in 1977, they also made a movie called Capricorn 1. And this movie is about a fake mission to Mars. So just before launch, 3 astronauts are secretly pulled from their spacecraft due to a life support failure that would limit flight. Instead of canceling the mission, the government officials decide to fake a Mars landing in a hidden desert studio to avoid public embarrassment. The astronauts are forced to go along with the deception while the mission is broadcast to the world as if it were real.
It's hard to believe you really are that far away in space.
So maybe it is as the Chili Peppers say, space is the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
I'm not saying that any of what he's saying is true, but it seems like they always tell us through movies or media or just pop culture, right? That's all I'm saying. They tell you without really telling That is freaking adorable. Does he know he's underwater? I feel like he looks kind of confused. I'd like to think he's aware that he's underwater right now.
In the last few days, 10 warehouses have caught fire throughout America. This includes warehouses in Atlanta, Queens, New York, Bakersfield, California, and Ontario, California. According to fact checkers, a lot of these warehouse fires are coincidental and unrelated, but this has not stopped people from theorizing that this is the beginning of a micro trend from people who are upset about not being paid a living wage. As far as what I believe, I find it very coincidental that just a few weeks ago, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, got him thrown at his house. People have also been heavily protesting data centers being built in their areas, and these data centers are getting built anyway. So to me, it seems like the American people may just be fed up. But what do you think?
I didn't know it was that many warehouses. I had heard of 3, specifically one with toilet paper because the dude recorded himself. But, well, this was going to happen eventually, right? I mean, life is completely unaffordable.
It's like a witchcraft. They'll put something in, you know, the toy. Sometimes when like if it's like a witchcraft, they'll put something in, you know, the toy. I don't think it was meant for us, but sometimes it can be like that. You know, it could have been recycled or something. But yeah, there's nothing in it. It's empty.
That eye did move a little bit. I don't know if that was the camera or that pet was cursed. Did it move? Who knows? But we saw it move.
One day you'll have the opportunity to go bungee jumping. It's important that you don't do it. Ooh, that's an eye-opening experience. Subconjunctival hemorrhage. So this does look worse than it actually is, and it goes away on its own. But it is actual rupture of blood vessels that you get from this crazy deceleration force during bungee jumping. And these blood vessels can also rupture in other places. I mean, imagine if it's in your brain.
Jesus Christ, dude. What in the flying, my guy? And I thought I was a wussy for saying roller coasters give me headaches. Golly, bro. Add that one to the list of things I'm never gonna do. The driver's an idiot, but I don't think cars should have this type of technology. We just got to accept that there's a certain amount of people in our society that are really dumb. So I don't think we're ready for self-driving cars. Driving past midnight can be relaxing, but sketchy at times. And he just stumps.
me respawn in Rome, please? Yes. How did I end up in ancient Egypt? And the cities around me are already...
Refresh this bitch.
This clip to induce my anxiety. Dude's got to survive the sense of a potato.
The car said it wasn't her, so who was it? Come on!
When the sensors pick up anomaly, like a squirrel that doesn't bolt like normal, the owner rides. Not to save it.
Township. Play now.
No.
And yeah, it meant me to be the one behind the wheel. Why? Because I'm compromised. They know I'll question it. They'll use my guilt to tweak the algorithm. Make it colder, faster.
I don't know.
What?
That's a little psycho. Psycho? Nah, just awake. You think it's normal to drive a car that chooses the mercy? That logs every splatter like it's science? That's not crazy. That's what they want you to call it. So you keep your eyes on the road and not on the go. But hey, if you want to stay sane, pretend this world was a glitch. Pretend I wasn't even here. Easier that way.
Keep your eyes on the road and not on the code? Shut up! What was that Tesla talking about, bro? People love those cars for some reason, but something's going on with it. You heard what it was talking about. Stop playing with me, son. This video's for entertainment purpose only. I don't know what that lady was talking about and what that thing in that car, whatever that was, OnStar, off-star, customer service, who knows what that was. Shut up! It's not a game, guys. She said, keep your eyes on the road and not on the code. She said it's a glitch or something like that, right? You heard it. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game like that. You know it. But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever go to a dealership to get a new car, and I say I want a Toyota, and they come up with a Tesla, really?
The car is literally programmed to not swerve around the squirrel. That's crazy. Today's the squirrel, tomorrow's a dog, next week is your grandma.
This is why you should never praise a false idol. A news outlet in Mexico named Televisión Azteca documented a horrifying occurrence that took place in a church located in the city of Mexico, Baja California, where a family's praying when suddenly they begin to record the Virgin Mary statue after they claim they saw it blinking. The man pans the camera over to the statue, and after staring at it for a second, we can see the figure begins to smile. Startled, the man shakes his phone as he's left speechless to what he saw. In the past, there's been documented cases way before AI of these statues moving after being worshipped. In the Bible, it's shown that idolizing objects is strictly forbidden. So, could this be the result of worshiping a false idol? Let me know what you believe.
Those always creep me the hell out. That reminds me of that Jesus statue that was crying bloody tears that came out on the Spanish news channel. That was the scariest thing when you were a kid, bro. It was horrifying. New alien photos just leaked. I think I had seen this, but it was way blurry there. Yeah, that's the one I seen. I think it's upscaled with AI. Dude, if these are real, this is crazy. That's probably upscaled. But that's basically what it looks like. These pictures are crazy, man. I think these are from like a government website, or they're supposed to be leaked from a government website. That's so cool to think that they probably have different models. Like how there was a sport model, there's a Tic Tac, and whatever this thing is. Korean Jesus soars to shocking heights at Easter parade in Seoul.
This is hilarious.
He kept going. Wait for it. Oh no. Yo, how's he going so high?
Crane fucking swung him everywhere.
Oh, I see the crane. Oh my god, dude. Imagine being in your hotel and Jesus flies past. Damn, I thought he was really going up to heaven for a sec. He kept going. I didn't see the crane. I thought that was the real Jesus for a sec. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you made it all the way to the end, you're awesome and I appreciate you. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.
The shirt for those with a beer belly. I'm Matt, one of the founders of Beats. My dad and I realized every shirt big.
I don't think it's so hard to talk about anything these days without getting beat up by somebody.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't talk about anything because clearly if you speak about it in a certain way, you've chosen a side.
Yeah, you either got to be far left or far right. Yeah. There's no in between.
Right. What if you're just about like when you just like his assassination as a glaring example?
Yeah.
What if you're just a fan of common sense and simple physics?
Right.
What if you're just like, what if you know enough about ballistics?
Right.
What if you know enough about certain things that you're being told had to happen a certain way?
Right.
But you're looking at them saying, well, that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. Right. I don't like being told how to think.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank
it's
you.
like we've had some criticism from Trump and the whole Iran thing, and but it doesn't mean I'm going to vote Democrat now. It's just that's my opinion.
Right.
Like when he ran for election, he was saying no new wars, and we're going to get rid of illegals, and I took that as that's what he was going to do.
Sure.
And then when the whole Iran thing kicked off, I was disappointed.
Yeah, it's a bit of a buzzkill.
Yeah, so when I post about that,
Yeah.
or I say something like that, our fans literally want to hang us. Remember?
You know what's interesting? Is
Just
that,
like Mike Pence, they want to hang Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Remember January 6th, he was going to hang him. They had the girl there that we're going to hang Mike
I
Pence.
know. I don't know that they would have. I mean, it was,
I'm not sticking around to find out.
It's not like a bridge too far, you know? Yeah, no, I get that. But it's funny because the day that we spoke, today I reached back out to confirm this thing.
Right.
There was a thing going on, you guys in the news, and it was about something that like everybody was like, well, they said something on Instagram and then on Facebook it was all different. These guys didn't make up their fucking mind. And I'm like, maybe an hour went by and they changed their mind. Why don't you shut the fuck up, or why don't you get a big hit show and go tell them what time it is?
Right.
You know?
Those people, all they're trying to do is confusion, and they have an ulterior motive.
Right, but you remember? But you know the day I'm talking about?
Yeah, Larry Loomer.
Okay. Is that the Candace nickname for her?
Yeah, I think that's everybody's nickname for him, Larry. Yeah.
So, don't be so rude to Larry's. Yeah, and I could only imagine that when you got a text from me, and it was in the middle of that day, that it was some bullshit about, hey, we should rethink this. And all I was reaching out was to confirm, hey, remember that Vegas thing we talked about?
Right.
Well, it's going to happen. Because I didn't give a fuck about any of that shit that was going on.
I didn't realize you saw that.
You know what? I pay attention to a lot of stuff. I consume a lot of it from all different types of media. And I just choose not to just jump in the middle.
Right.
You know? I don't feel like I can be of any value to whatever side I decide to support.
Right.
I don't see how I can really affect any change.
Right.
You know?
You know what I hate about the left and right? There's no middle. There's absolutely no middle now. You have to pick a side.
I know.
You know, like Democrats, they want, like Democrats, for example, they want everybody to come in. They want the borders open, and then Republicans, they don't want nobody. It's like there's no in between. It's like you either got to be like very far left or very far right. And any criticism, whether it's genuine or they don't care. It's either one way or the highway.
But we have, we have 12 children between the three of us, right?
Yeah.
And I got 3 grandkids. And so I see that there's been some decision, there's some activity to make the streets a lot safer. And I got a lot of girls, you know?
Yeah.
And so I don't understand. I don't know. It's really frustrating.
Yeah.
There's a whole movement to protect really bad people. You know what I'm saying? To get in the way of just get in the fucking way. Of some stuff that I was very much in favor of, just so my kids could have safer neighborhoods to travel through. I mean, is that asking too much?
That's it.
You know,
that's like common sense.
But I can't engage. I can't.
Right.
You know, or I'm not towing the party line.
Yeah. I know.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we're everybody so First Amendment right? That's our thing. That's our
Everybody
round. That's
loves that until they hear something they don't like.
Thank you.
Well, we're for First Amendment over here. As soon as I say so, what the fuck did you just say?
Right.
You're a traitor.
Right.
Yeah. They were never mad. They ain't like Trump. They're just grifters.
Right.
I'm like. And I always tell people this: if I was a grifter, I wouldn't have anything critical to say. I would agree with everything he said. That would make me a grifter. If I don't have any opinions of my own.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's difficult because before this whole Iran thing kicked off, I was thinking like maybe Republicans are on the right side of history. We are the more objective ones, but since that whole Iran thing kicked off, and then I was like, I'm just holding this man to what he promised us.
Right.
And how people just jump in line, hook, line, and sinker, and just totally just attacked us for having an opinion other than what Trump was pushing or what he promises.
Right.
It's crazy how people, it's like both sides is just too much tribalism. It's a cult. They're supposed to be they're supposed to be working for us, and it seems like to me that on the left and right, it's just we holding the pom-poms, cheering them on like they're football teams.
Interesting.
There's no individuality. There's no independent thought. It's either you all in or you're not in at all.
What do you think? Do you see anything? I mean, what would it take to I don't want to say shatter, but sort of realign that paradigm?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can fix it. It's too cultish on both sides. I mean, I used to say the left is a cult, and then whatever Trump says, he love it. I was like, that's a total lie. He just said. You love that? And the things he's been saying on Truth Social about internet civilizations, like, how can you support that?
Yeah, that was a little rough.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts, right?
Yeah, that was.
And then, but we criticized that. And they said, man, he didn't mean it. It's the art of the deal. He's just trying to scare him into a deal. I'm like, dude, you don't talk to people like that. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Especially with a megaphone that loud.
Yeah.
You know?
And I've seen how he turned on a lot of people that his supporters because they're criticizing him now. And he calls them traitors and low IQ. I was like, man, that's just...
I know.
It just rubs me really the wrong way. I'm still rooting for the guy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still rooting for a country, but man, I see him in a different light because I've started to notice he's like a pathological liar. He lies about everything.
It's disappointing.
Yeah. He lies about everything. He lies about things that you don't have to lie about.
I know. But we all know that like that list he compiled are some of the smartest people alive.
Right.
At least in those lanes, in those spaces. Like those are some of the most focused voices,
successful.
Yeah, that we are lucky to have.
Right.
You know, and so it's hard to like. It's hard to take it seriously, you know. It feels like silly. It's silly.
Yeah, it's like juvenile.
It's juvenile. Thank you.
Like I watched a lot of Nick Fuentes, and that guy.
You guys had him on.
Yeah, we had him on a couple
and then you got yelled at for like, how dare you? How dare you?
Wow. Like he's anti-Semitic, stuff like that. He has a great perspective on things, you know, and it's like he tells the truth. I think he has a lot of perspective. It's like there's a lot of people in the political pundit realm like us who just want to grovel at every little thing. I think it's so sick and pathetic. Yeah, you know, it's sickening. It's like, man, I can't even put it in words.
Do you think that the midterms are going to be a complete blue wave, blue tsunami?
I'm thinking it's going to be, but it may surprise me. Yeah. I don't think. Just have to wait and see, I guess, but I don't think it's going to be good. Typically, when there's a Republican president, we always have a blue Congress. Yeah, so when there's a Democrat president, there's always a red wave.
Right.
It's a Democrat president, it's a Republican red wave. So, yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if things got worse for the Republicans.
Yeah.
It's because they have absolutely the right is willing to call Trump out of the BS.
Interesting. What if Tucker ran for president?
I would vote for that guy. I would stand.
A lot of people would.
Yeah.
A lot of people would.
He has a huge audience.
Yeah, he does.
Watch before they can, though.
I know.
He's got this huge platform online. And
I know.
He's a low IQ. But you prop up Mark Levin.
Yeah, it's
who watches Mark Levin?
Nobody I know. Just saying.
And then he's got Larry Loman is here. She can call him up and us. Like, man, this is so weird.
I know. It went weird fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think somebody like Tucker just has the kind of credibility and just the wealth of ideas that I think would really be interesting.
He'd be like dead center middle, I think.
Yeah.
I see Tucker as a liberal, a moderate liberal.
Sure. But a guy who's like driven by solution, you know?
Yeah.
I think that would be really exciting.
The left and right is just all about them winning and the other side losing.
Right.
There's no in between. If we had somebody that comes right down the middle and tries to find solutions to all our social problems in the country, and then the country can move forward. But both sides right now are too busy trying to just win and thrash the other side. Yeah, they can't even talk to each other, which is scary. Because
My husband, when did you get so big? His confidence hits different with Rougiette Ready. It dissolves under his tongue, works in 15 minutes on average.
I know. But somebody leaves the left, they're told burn in hell. If someone leaves the right, they're told good luck in your travels.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, man? If I ran for president, not. But if I did, and it's just, no one's ever really approached it like this. And this is going to sound really stupid. I wouldn't promise anything. Because I would be perfectly honest. I don't know a fucking thing. I don't know how any of this shit works. Right. I don't really know what's going on in there. Let me get in there. Let me get in. Let me take a peek. Let me figure it out. Let me see what I can actually solve or affect or change or at least speak to. Let me look at it first. You got to get me in there so I can see it. Once I see it, then I'll come out and say, that thing, not a chance. Fuck off, not a chance. Some of that other stuff, yes. Yes, we can work on that for sure. But you make all these promises before you even know, like, how the machine is built. Right. And then you get in there and you're like, oh, this is a fucking mess. And you can't do anything.
How true do you think it is that?
But do you like my platform?
that sounds like
the man who knows nothing and promises less.
That sounds like a great sitcom.
Yeah, right.
You the president,
Mr. President. Yeah.
That'd be a great sitcom.
Why not?
It'd be like that. It'd be like that show, like kind of like Souls of Our meets House of Cards. And you the president.
I mean, let's do it. Let's do it.
That would be a great comedy.
There was a sitcom with George Scott. I think in the early 90s, called Mr. President. And, it was like only lasted like one season.
Well, I can totally see that show now.
I keep it on.
Soul Survivor meets House of Cards.
There it is. There it is. He was like, sitcom. And then he became. Yeah.
That's great.
Wow.
Kind of like Ronald Reagan. Like overall 1 to 10, how do you think Trump's doing?
That's the clip we're gonna pull. Fuck.
No, I agree with you. I would do that.
Thank you.
There's some cold-blooded people out there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. I would give Trump a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah. Be that high.
Give him a fucking tea bag when you're done. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do here. We need to grab our drone, but heal him up so we have stacks. Okay. adjust something in my aquarium.
I'm like, I not true. Oh no.
I'll be right back. Let's find something else. In the hat.
Fresh fish.
The fuck?
I don't know if you guys know this, but there is actually 72 genders now, which means that men are better than 71 genders. Boys, boys, boys! Carried away.
There was only one woman that ever shot up a school, and she went trans first before she did it. 25 years as a woman, no problems. 1 year paying for her own drinks. Your ex-husband took half your stuff?
Yes.
Goat. I want to shake his hand. Where is this man? I want to shake his hand. Why'd you get divorced?
He wouldn't get a job.
Oh, this guy kicks ass, dude. He's just sitting at home with the kid playing video games. What if I could, babe? Quality rules. I have a friend, his girlfriend right now is actually transitioning from a girl to a fatter girl. There was a girl on tour, she was selling crystals, and she goes, these are finance crystals, they make you rich. And we're like, crazy, well, you actually have a whole bucket of them, and your job is right now selling rocks. So, are you kind of just not using them, sort of thing? Why do the women that hate men the most look the most like men? Buzz cuts, men's outfits. That would be like if the leader of the KKK was wearing a do-rag. You know what I mean? It's like the white race is actually the best race. He's dribbling a basketball. You know? I would love to wear makeup. I wore makeup one time, and my girl was all like, "Oh, you can't do blackface. It's racist." It's like, I've even seen things on the internet. I'll be like, "Women are just as strong as men," and it's like, okay, then why are you so easy for me to put in my trunk? You know what I mean? Say happy wife, happy life, but men are more statistically likely to kill their partner, so who should really be making who? I'm gonna say happy husband, don't get bludgeoned, maybe. Hey, I'm Ladies, it's 2022. Clap if you think sometimes girls can be just as horny as guys. Yeah. No, I don't really think so, but I just want everyone to know where the hoes are at, so... Thirsty. There's a lot of protests right now because brands too gay are not gay enough. That's why nobody protests wrestling, because it's the perfect amount of gay. Fuck yeah, white trash America for the Republicans. 2 naked dudes rolling around for the Democrats. A little something for everybody. But there is 25% more women in government now, which is awesome, but there's also a 25% increase in the national debt, probably unrelated, but... A little bit of emotional spending on Ukraine and Israel, you know? Is there any gay people in the crowd? No? So we're all going to heaven? 25% of women make more than their husbands now, which means 75% of women still have to pull their weight, but... A few years ago, Michael Douglas was like, one of the reasons I got throat cancer was from eating pussy. And then a lot of doctors were like, it's one of the leading causes of throat cancer. And women still make you do it. That's how much of monsters they are. They want you to go down on them, even though they have a pack of smokes between their legs. A pack of Marlboro Red no filters between their thighs. In 10 years, you're going to see commercials of just a guy on TV with a hole in his neck. Like, I wish I never started. It was supposed to be 169. So we're having to stop. Girls will say that, right? Like, you should never judge a girl's past, even though statistically it's the best way to predict her future. Me and my chick are in like a little bit of a fight because she was on her period, and I guess for girls, your first period's like a big deal. Okay, that's a period joke for the... Okay. Ladies, if it makes you feel better, I'll always have sex with my chick when she's on her period, but I do always run outside naked after with the blood on my dick screaming, I just killed my cat. That's like a fun cat gag that I do. That's a cat joke. So they don't like cat jokes either. Making notes of that. It's really hard to figure out what these people want. You can really only get people fired from their like cool Hollywood jobs. So you're not getting a guy fired from his like construction worker job in Staten Island with a tweet. Well, you come to the foreman, you're like, we did some research, and turns out Cody tweeted something racist in 2001. And the foreman's just like, yeah, we're all racist, so if you could get off this construction site, you homo. I know a woman that transitioned from girl to guy, and she's like, you know, I was so sad when I was a girl because I was in the wrong body. I used to cry every single day. Now I'm a man and I'm happier. And I was like, oh, that kind of sounds terrible, right? But a part of me is like, okay, but if you were a girl and then you cried all day, every day, is there a possibility that you were born in exactly the right body? Is there a chance God nailed it? Girls from Playboy, they have like this podcast where they drop these truths around, and they'll be like, you guys might not realize this, but Hugh Hefner was a misogynist, and you're like,
No way.
oh, you worked there 35 years. I hate white people. I actually have a group, Whites Against Whites. It's no black style, obviously.
Steven, this credit improvement success read by Credit Karma is stunning.
Oh yeah, it's an elegant way to show you use Credit Karma to learn about the factors affecting your credit and how to get your scores from fair to flare. And start
There's this girl on Big Brother, JoJo Siwa, and she was like a lesbian, and then she came out and said she's straight, proving what I've been saying forever, that you can flip lesbians and you should be trying, you know what I mean? Yeah, they always get mad at me when they're like, I'm a lesbian, and I'm like, challenge accepted.
Challenge
you know
accepted.
what I mean? They told me to stop telling them that, wearing a lesbian Slayer shirt with a pair of scissors crossed out.
Isn't that like guys care? Like, when was the last time you had sex with a 400-pound man? Because you're a bad person. Ask a group of guys what's the worst they've done. They'll be like, buddy, this week? I know friends that are into that shit. I have buddies that be like, check out that girl, and you're like, the one in the mobility scooter? Like, she's a 10, and I'm like, on the Richter scale, maybe.
I think the best thing that dudes did politically, though, was convincing activist chicks, if you really care about the cause, you should pull your tits out of the rally. Good work, fellas. We're like, pull the tits out. And they're like, we don't want to. We're like, someone doesn't care about Palestine. As much as she claims to on the internet. Remember they used to have Girls Gone Wild? I feel like new Girls Gone Wild as they go to college campuses and they're like, ladies, pull your tits out. They're like, we don't want to. They go, they're fracking over there. They go, what the hell? Ladies, they're getting rid of maternity leave in Arkansas. They go, not if we can help it. Did I solve it? It's solved. Girls say they want an emotional guy the way that dudes are like, I want a girl that wants to fuck all the time. Then you actually date a girl that wants to fuck all the time, and you're like, this is hell on earth. You want that sometimes, how you can't go anywhere, you're at a baptism, she's like, fuck me on the baby. Driving home, she's like, let me give you roadhead. You're like, you're driving. This is out of control. My parents are in the back seat with the baby from the baptism. We had to kidnap it. It's evidence now. India has the highest levels of domestic violence. Yeah, but before you judgy folks talk about her people, you might also want to know that India has the highest levels of their wives misbehaving, so it's sort of a chicken and egg situation. When I first started dating my ex, she was like, oh, my boyfriend before you was a wrestler, and I was like, what? Which one? She goes, it doesn't matter. I go, it matters a little bit. Are we going to be hanging out, your phone's going off? Oh, she's my ex-boyfriend, The Undertaker. I'm gonna try to get hard knowing The Undertaker's got unfinished business. Start taking out my girl's clothes, the lights just go out. Boom. Boom.
Undertaker standing in the doorway in a thunderstorm with my nuts in his urn? No thanks.
There's a lot of arguments right now, like, should girls be allowed to breastfeed out in public? You know, and some dorks are like, no, and some guys are like, you could squirt it on me for all I care. Alright, you guys are gonna like my suggestion, but I think girls should be allowed to breastfeed wherever they want, obviously, but if the baby's full, you should have to offer kills to anyone in the vicinity. That's more than fair. Is that? Alright, no.
On YouTube, there's all these like tutorials for breastfeeding to help new mothers. 12 million views on these videos, right? It's probably just 12 million new mothers, right? That's probably most likely what that is. 12 million new mothers leaving comments like, wish I was the baby. Like, yeah. He's a thirsty boy, isn't he? Save some for Doug. There's 0 channels where it's a dude doing like a testicular cancer exam. And 12 million women are like, do the left one. Yeah, don't forget the left ball.
Messed up. A lot of dudes will shoot out malls and schools because they don't get put really, which means girls could solve the whole thing but choose not to, which is kind of fucked up. Also explains why there's no girls that do that really well. Because if any girl was like, I'm gonna shoot this mall up unless I get some dick, fucking within a half hour. 10,000 dudes would be showing up at that mall like, ask not what your country can do.
I have a friend who's actually like a male stay-at-home mother right now, and yeah, his wife's like a female businessman, and he's living the dream. He calls us during the day. He's like, guys want to party? We're like, no, we have shit to do. He's like, sucks to be you. Playing video games every once in a while. He gives the baby chips or whatever the fuck. She comes home and her wife beat her or partner beat her or whatever. Lets him have it. Vagina's just worth more than dick. That's simple arithmetic. Girls can sell their used panties on the internet for thousands of dollars just because it touched your vagina. That's crazy, right? Everything a dick touches is immediately worth less money. But give me your drink. I'll do a demonstration. In the last 4 years, the amount of trans people, like, they were born in the wrong body has gone up 400%. Is that not God kind of quiet quitting his job a little bit? That he's not even putting people in the right body anymore. Like, he is. He's like, fucking put the big brain in the woman body. I don't even fucking care. Slap a fucking dick on there. I don't give a shit anymore. I was watching a couple argue once at a bar, and the guy goes, you're a fucking bitch, this and that. And the girl looks at him, she goes, my last boyfriend made 3 times as much money as you. I'm like, fuck. Fuck. Real shit that hurts feelings. He didn't even know what to do. He was just like, ah. Well, you know what I'm trying, Jennifer? That's not how you hurt a girl's feelings by calling her a bitch. What you need to do is break her down slowly with little comments about her physical appearance. And like, were your eyes always that far apart? Like, just a little comment. Well, recently my girl was like, oh, I don't even think I'm hot. 6 months ago, she thought she was gorgeous, so that's progress I've made. I'll give you an example. Okay, we can talk about hot chicks, obviously, because there's none here, right? And, well, there obviously is, but I'm just trying to lower the girl's self-esteem a bit for the boys. Boy! Do you guys think the first guy to put his wife in a burqa, she was just gross? Do you think that there's a possibility? He's like, what if we cover him up? Do you think it's possible? Probably right now in New York, you can get women to do almost anything by just telling them Republicans don't want them to do it. You're like, dude, here J.D. Vance made a bill that women can't take out the garbage. What the fuck? Oh
no! Ted Cruz is saying women aren't allowed to be ready on time now. It's like fucking, you call that movie theater, tell them we're seeing the previews this time. You really want to spit in Brett Kavanaugh's face? They're saying women can't organize threesomes for their boyfriend. What the fuck? Oh no! Don't worry, guys. I'm allowed to make race jokes. By the way, I'm mixed race. I'm half Irish, half English. I did my Ancestry.com. It just came back 100% white. Just said winner. The one job women will never be able to be is a Catholic confessional priest. Kind of crazy, right? Because women priests would solve one of the church's pesky problems, right? I know. Yeah, but it'll never happen. They'll never be able to be a confessional priest, and the reason is apparently because even God knew that no woman can handle that level of gossip. So you can't have your confessional priest saying, "Do tell." And then what happened? Is my priest texting right now? Gay guys have the most sex, straight people have the second most, and then lesbians have the least sex at 0 sex because you need a penis for sex. And well, I don't. You know, why when a girl eats out a girl, they call it sex, but then when I ate a girl out in high school and told all my friends that fucked her, everyone called me Ryan the Liar for the entire semester. Is there any women here that went with a male gyno, even though most of them are females now? Is that what he told you? We're all male? It's either me or you die. You're like, what about that one? It's just me. Do you like the male gyno better than the female gynos? He's more gentle? What are the female gynos doing? Is it like a female cop situation where they got something to prove? Male gyno's gentle enough. Sets the mood, does it smooth, plays some Usher beforehand. 7 o'clock on the dot, jacked up. This is a male gyno town. This one's on the house.
This one's on the house.
Is there any women here that went with a male gyno, even though most of them are females now? Yeah, why'd you go with male?
Hot.
I'm a single mom of 3. I push a shopping cart and I fill up my minivan, which...
What does driving a minivan have anything to do during the debate? I think she's just trying to create some sympathy with single moms that have a minivan and have like 3 jobs. I'm a regular girl. I drive a minivan just like you, and I yell at my housekeeper just like you. I imagine she probably has a minivan in rotation, but also I don't think that she has a lot of money because she's an idiot, so we'll see.
Of this. I'm the only billionaire on the ballot, Nikki, but I'm not the only billionaire in this race. The billionaires and corporations are spending big in this race to oppose me and to support the other people on this stage. Look at this billionaire's shoes. Really going for the...
This is a debate, and you illustrating yourself as a billionaire doesn't really help your situation when trying to like connect with the people, right?
He's doing the same thing that Karen Bass does. Like Karen Bass of LA, whenever she goes out to clean like up the city, like, oh, I'm gonna paint over some graffiti in one small area. She always wears her, like, I think her Nike Dunks. It's like anybody that knows a pair of $110 shoes, brand new white and black shoes, you don't paint in them. You're gonna wear your dirty shoes, meaning to say her worst pair of shoes are a fresh Nike Dunk.
And that's a perfect segue to get into the race stuff.
What does this sign mean?
Should the CHP be giving English proficiency tests to truck drivers?
I would definitely push back on the Trump administration on, again, a reckless policy. I would make sure that
Again, they don't actually have virtues or values. It's just whatever Trump is for, I'm against.
Understands that he cannot discriminate against any driver without having a basis to do so.
What do you mean without a basis to do so? Where did most of the millions of illegals come from in the last few years, Xavier?
Is that officer asking everyone he pulls over to explain those road signs, or is he asking only people who look like me?
Or a guy that when you pull him over, you roll down the window and say, license and registration, please, and they say it to you in a way that's broken English? Maybe that's a guy that might not know how to read. But again, MLK all day. I judge them by the content of their character, what I'm seeing in front of my face, not the color of their skin, but they can't get past the idea that, well, if more people of that color don't understand English, it's obvious a race thing.
He's trying to make it a race thing, but he's trying to make it a race thing to people like him. He said, but they're other races too. I mean, they're Africans too, they're private truck drivers that probably don't speak English as well.
It's, again, the soft bigotry of low expectations. See, Latinos, I represent you. You don't gotta speak the English. And it's like, you're saying all Latinos are the same thing. Like, I'll say, I went to the Dodger game to get the Yoshi bobblehead. We talk about it. Like, I was there, and I got recognized 4 times. And all 4 times, Dodger Stadium, so it's gonna be predominantly Latino. All 4 guys were Hispanic, and I'm like, the media doesn't want to tell you the average LA resident that is a decoy voice viewer is a Mexican male, but they all were. But it's like they want to say, you know what? If I want the Latino vote, I gotta be racist against them and just assume none of them speak English.
Picking on people based on the color of their skin in the state of California is illegal.
If he is verifying whether or not someone can read signs, my guess is he was stopped for violating a sign, and he's trying to verify that he could.
Common sense. Sheriff Chad Bianco, Riverside County, he's the one that wasn't locking things up. I think I was telling you about it when we were locked down in LA. Everybody wearing masks. One of our bosses was talking about his kid. They don't know how to communicate well because they're like in that very, very young age where they're absorbing everything, but he's wearing masks all the time. He said that even when he was his kid would be in the wild post-COVID, would see people and be like, oh, it's not my family, and would use his t-shirt to cover his face because he thought he had to cover his face when he saw new people. And it's like, yeah, it's damaging him. But when I would go to places like Riverside County, my nephew played travel baseball, I'd go there during the harshest lockdown times of LA, and everybody's living their life. Like, I remember going to the snack bar, the girl that worked there, no mask, she's indoors, I'm outdoors, and she's just serving me like regular, and I'm like, LA was lockdown, and Chad Bianco was like, no, we're not doing that nonsense.
And let's stop with this whole racism thing and racial profiling and all of this garbage. We have to get over this. You either violated the law or you didn't.
What everybody wants to do is like, there's no black and white thing or Asian and Latino thing. It's like, there's the makers and the takers. There's criminals and law-abiding citizens. That's the only division we know about. That's the only division we should be caring about. But once you try to mix all blacks are criminals, so we got there's black criminals, so we got to put them in the same bin with the rest of the blacks, that's when you cause actual racism.
Oh, he's got to fuck it up. It didn't ping.
Corey.
What? Oh my, you did not.
I am stunned that Mr. Bianco would say.
It's always emotions. It's always, I'm amazed, I'm heartbroken. They always go to emotions first before rationality.
And sad to say, just like those idiots wearing meta glasses, talking to girls at the college campus, it's not about proving a point, because most people don't watch boring gubernatorial debates. They'll hear the clip on social media. She wants her little clip when she was like, Katie Porter was the only one that stood up for immigrant rights. And they just want that little clip. I am stunned. I am outraged, because she knows she's run by her emotions when she's allegedly scalding hot mashed potatoes on her husband. She's run by emotions when she's yelling at what I believe was her employee, like her housekeeper or something. She's just full of emotions, but she knows she can captivate a lot of idiots, California voters that are equally run by emotions. Yeah, they're clip forming. It's ridiculous. They're essentially Twitch streamers now.
Mr. Bianco would say to black and brown Californians and immigrants who are being terrorized and racially profiled.
Being terrorized? And that's what I heard him say, but I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't feel terrorized. Do you feel terrorized? The only time I felt, not terrorized, but I felt like I was being targeted is after COVID in LA by other minorities yelling at me, oh, you bringing in the Wuhan flu? Oh, you Chinese person? I'm like, what? Why are you coming after me? But that was the thing. It wasn't MAGA Republicans. It wasn't the cops. It was regular blue liberal idiots with their masks on yelling at me because apparently I'm a plague rat to them. Is it true Sheriff Chad Bianco took a knee to BLM? Rumor true? No, it's on video. He took a knee to BLM. And here's the thing, is like, I like Chad Bianco. I've heard he's addressed it, I haven't seen it yet. But it's like, there's a way to do it, but you're not going to coach any politician on their way out of like, hey, this is why I did the thing or whatever. Everybody's going to have baggage. I think Hilton's been pretty decent too, but it's not that I want my governor to be a saint, having never done anything I don't like. I just want them to be incrementally better than the alternative. Do you want Xavier guy that's going to say no English proficiency tests in California, so everybody countrywide is in danger of the CDL holders that we give semi-trucks to in California that can't read a fucking stop sign? Do I want that guy, or do I want the guy that says, hey, knock off the racism, we're going to bring back law and order, we're going to be energy independent, by the way, he might have taken a knee to BLM? I'm okay. What is the thing? I think a lot of the forced infighting, and I'm not a big fan of Hilton's campaign, constantly going at Bianco. What people don't know is in California we have something called the jungle primary, meaning all these people are running for governor. The top two, so it's not the best Republican, the best Democrat, it's just the top two candidates get on the final ballot. We have an opportunity now to get a Republican Chad Bianco and a Republican Steve Hilton on that final ballot. I would rather have the idiot California voter and also the Maryland ballots to have a choice between Republican light and Republican dark. That's it. I just want that to be the ballot. No more infighting. Once they've won the primary, then you can infight. But right now, you guys are turning in circles.
Filed that you have to get over racism. It's not something that you get over. It's something.
Yeah, it is. There was such a lack of real racism that the Southern Poverty Law Center had to pay for their own. Have you heard about that? No. The SPLC was actually they're like an anti-racism group, so they get to say Turning Point USA's racist or Daily Wire's racist or whatever. They would take money, donation, a charitable organization. They would take that money and give it to the KKK. Oh, they would give it to actual racists. They would give it to Charlottesville to make the little racist thing saying, oh, we won't be replaced. And they weren't saying, oh, here's some informants. They were taking the money and bouncing it off 6 different things to secretly give money to actual racists so they could commit do hateful things. And then they can report on it and say, hey, look, guys, give us more money. There's racists out there. So it's like, we can't just get over racism because it's not happening in the way you think it is. And for the most part, it's happening from the left against the right. Like, it's so funny. Or I'll get DMs. I'll be left-wing guys saying, you idiot Korean, you know MAGA's never going to accept you, right? And I'll just ignore it. And then later on, I'll get a DM from some random thing saying, we're MAGA Republicans, we'll never accept you. And I'm like, you don't think that I know that you're that same guy or whatever? Like, it's the same thing over and over. We can just get over racism if you guys stop perpetuating it.
So wait, this entire debate is to get their idea or their where they stand on English proficiency on truck drivers. Is it truck drivers or any driver?
I think it's any driver, because I think over in Florida, I think truck drivers are the main issue. But any driver, like I don't care if you have a semi or a Toyota Prius. Okay. If you don't know what a stop sign says or like exit here, I don't want you on the streets. I don't care. Like anybody can harm a pedestrian, semi or not. Like semi is probably a bigger danger to us because they drive a lot more. But just the idea that why is this a controversial thing? This is not color. This is not racism.
So it's always like, are you for knowing how to read, or are you for not knowing how to read? And they just made that entire thing a race thing.
Well, it's one of those things of saying like, I'm so anti-racist, I think all brown people don't know English. It's like, wait. How did we get here? Because you kind of self-snitched on yourself. Where it's like, I think the biggest thing during that was monkeypox. Where they said, oh, monkeypox is racist. And it's like, wait, you only get monkeypox being racist if you automatically affiliated monkeys with a certain race. That was more self-snitching than anything. It's like, monkeypox is just what it's called, but it didn't like originate from monkeys. So it's like a thing of, Katie can only get to this level of like claimed racism by actually having what the left calls intrinsic. She has to be a racist deep down to even think this in the first place. But yeah, this was about a lot of different things that are impacting Californians, and the only ones that struck out were the Democrats.
Thing that you fight. And if he doesn't understand the importance of that, he has no business representing a state with the diversity of California.
We will not be issuing commercial driver licenses when I'm governor to people who are illegally here and who don't speak English. That is obvious common sense.
Obvious common sense is now MAGA conservatism.
86% of those surveyed believe the homeless problem has stayed the same or is getting worse. We want to ask a question about Governor Newsom's performance on homelessness. What letter grade would you give him on handling the issue?
On effort, I would give him an A.
Oh my God.
This guy is out of his mind.
I would probably give him a B on homelessness.
See, here's the thing is, this is the same problem Kamala Harris had when she ran for president, where she was like, first during with the debates, she called him a racist, then later on said, I could be your VP. It was a debate. Of course he's not racist. So it's like, first she thinks Biden's racist, then he thinks he's okay. Is all on like Biden is great, then campaigns herself saying, we're going to fix all the problems Biden made. But he also did a great job. I'm like, if Kamala really wanted to be taken seriously, all she had to say is, once she became the de facto front runner for president, she was no longer running for VP. They made Biden step down. She had to say, look, I was trying to be a supportive VP, but here's all the things he did wrong. And just sell him up the river. Be the anti-Biden, run against Biden, because then now Trump has less to run on. They know that Californians are not satisfied with the Democrat Party, but they have to be more in line with the Democrat Party than they are and trying to be in line with trying to become the next governor. They all need to be selling Gavin Newsom up the river saying, he was too extreme in this fashion, this is why I'm going to be different. They should be doing that, but because they have to pledge allegiance to the party first, they're going to tank their chances at becoming governor.
I would do differently than Governor Newsom is fund homelessness prevention. It is so much more cost effective and so much more humane.
They've been doing programs like just different names. They've been doing programs like that.
Because I think it's like they all plan on cashing in on it. Like where we talked to those people in Santa Monica in our little street interview. Where are you guys going? Super expensive housing. It's free for us. They give us a voucher. Rent is $1. It didn't cost them $2 million to build that facility, but they paid $2 million to build that facility. So someone got a huge cutback from that. They plan on enriching all their donors later on. So they're going to say, of course we're going to keep on spending. Of course we need more taxes. We didn't fix anything, but we need to keep this little Ponzi scheme going now.
To prevent families from becoming homeless in the first place.
Families? Lady, we are not talking about homeless families.
I think we've just learned of the failure of the California education system, too, if we can't even realistically assign grades to failure. We are not dealing with homeless. So stop.
You said, like, did not participate. Like, just give them a truancy.
Calling it homeless. It has nothing to do with homes. This is drug and alcohol-induced psychosis, mental illness causing the other. It doesn't matter.
He's not a straight beat cop, but he knows.
Oh, the level just started and we're already getting overrun? I gotta take these guys out and build this crossbow tower as fast as possible. I don't even think I have a choice.
He knows what's going on.
Yes, bravo. The use of the word homeless is wrong, and it's predatory on people's empathy. Great answer, Chad.
Of course it's an F. It shames our state.
I'm not trying to be mean, but you feel comfortable with your governor having that accent?
Is he British?
I think he's British.
Why is a British individual?
Ladies and gentlemen, the real race. No, here's the thing is, I think he's more American than most liberals. You know what I mean? Like, where he just wants to make the country great. He wants to help things out. I'm okay with this.
But I think my point is, only if it's like a British American, then that guy, okay, if it's a British, because you need to have requirements before you try to apply for a federal position or something.
All I want for all these people in the government, renounce you can't have dual citizenship. You cannot represent Somalia in America, the UK in America, Korea in America, whatever. You have to be America first, America only.
Situation with homelessness, and nothing will change if you have one of these Democrats in power. It will be more of the same. My plan is a common sense 3-point plan. Number one, it is illegal to live and camp on the streets. We need to enforce the law.
I wonder how far he's going to go, because I'm willing to say you put them in a work camp. That's how extreme I'll go.
Because he's saying that they say something very solution based, but what's the depth to where you're going to put them? He's not going to speak on that. It's illegal to have them. Fine, everybody loves that idea. Okay, so where are you going to put them?
Maybe that's point two.
Yes! Oh my God, it's incredible to hear this.
Number 2, we need to get people into the drug treatment that they need, and it cannot be a choice. Number 3...
Forced imprisonment. He's saying drug treatment. Drug treatment is breaking bricks with a hammer. Is that drug treatment? Because if that is, then yeah.
3, we need to get people the mental health care that they need instead of the barbaric situation we have right now in California as a result of these Democrat policies.
And the rest of it was all quite boring, with everyone saying what you'd expect them to generally say politely. So now you want me, the expert's opinion? Well, every single one of these Democrats is incredibly unlikable, with the exception of this guy, who's just there and pretty boring. He doesn't make an impression at all. I don't know how Democrats will sort this out, and in California's stupid and corrupt top 2 primary rules, there's an actual chance that the votes will be split enough to get 2 Republicans in there as nominees. The odds would have been better if Trump didn't open his mouth and endorse this guy, but now Republicans just have to hope for the best. The winner of this debate was pretty clearly Chad Bianco.
Yeah.
If I was forced to put money on who was going to win this entire race, I'd say Xavier the racism guy. But you hold out hope for a miracle.
You know, Chad Bianco, I mean, he has my support because I'm pretty like pro Law and Order. Like, if you were gonna sum up my entire channel in a nutshell, I think Law and Order would be like number 1. Here's the thing, okay, you're LA resident, I moved out. Who has your vote for mayor? You know?
No, not yet.
I say Spencer Pratt. He's a reality TV star, but he's saying all the right things. I fully endorse Spencer Pratt. I can't vote for him, unfortunately, but if I were to help you learn more about Spencer Pratt, I feel like he could save the city.
Yeah, LA needs like huge change. I mean, they've been saying it, but nobody really comes out with a sustainable solution.
Okay, obviously outside of combat, there is a whole map to explore, and I think one of the biggest parts of this game
employee thinks she can go home after stealing $11,000 in lottery tickets. Oh my God. Okay, let's see it.
So I just can't just go home?
I can't just go home, no.
Why?
More like you just stole a candy bar, okay? I guess there's a question about almost $11,000 worth of lottery tickets. So, okay. So,
but you don't have it on video. That
I have.
It's 50 million videos.
I'm just saying.
We've all tried our luck with the lottery. Buy a ticket, scratch, and hope for a miracle. But what if that miracle never stood a chance because the cashier had already pocketed the winners? Meet a Winn-Dixie cashier, a single mom who didn't just dream of winning the lottery, she rigged it. She stole over $11,000 in scratch-offs and found a way to turn losing tickets into winners, hoping it would balance the register and keep everything under the radar. But the scheme fell apart when the Florida lottery noticed they'd overpaid thousands of dollars to winners. An investigation caught her on camera, scanning only the winning tickets while leaving everyone else empty-handed. Here's what happened next.
What a fucking idiot. Who does this?
What's wrong? Alright, so what's happening is we have an associate. We started seeing...
This is Florida, isn't it? I think this is Florida.
Some lottery shortage over here, for instance, taking it online. It started back around the beginning of July. And it's gone on to present.
Beginning of July. Damn.
Lottery cards playing online tickets.
Is that her?
Yes.
Okay. Can we go back in there for real quick? I don't know what's going on, so I can
She doesn't even know.
I know. Well, I don't know what's going on yet, so let me talk to him and we'll go from there.
So have her on video, collecting tickets, mainly at the liquor store. She would just scratch the bottom to see if they were winning or not, discard them if they weren't, cash them if they were, and then there's also another process on the cash register where like somebody brings up a winning ticket, we can key in instant lottery redemption and then put in the dollar amount and then we pay that out. Well, she figured out that she could do that even without a winning ticket and everything's still balanced on the back end in our world. But then when we got the bill for lottery, then obviously
She thought she was being smart, too. You guaranteed. She thought she was being smart.
We paid out more redemptions than what we received.
Okay.
So that's when all this started.
I'll be back later on.
So we're looking at total that I can prove.